The reason why, guys, I can close at a 1 in 3 rate when I'm selling houses is because I don't focus on selling them a house, I focus on resolution. So I never want to disagree with them. Instead, I want to agree, lead, shift their perspective, get them to see things differently, reframe it, and then get them to resolve what they want to do. So the more specific, the more you have control. Okay, there's 2 ways to move people forward. It's either moving them towards something that you're one of a kind, or getting them to say no to something else that's out there. The most persuasive thing you could ever do is tell the truth. The truth will set you free. The basic concept of the agree, lead, resolution framework, whatever you do, you don't want to argue with the buyer. Okay, so that's like the game-changing idea. Okay, so whatever you do, you don't want to argue with the buyer. Okay, cool. Okay, all right, so this is the basic concept. So whatever you do, you don't want to argue with the buyer. Okay, so whatever happens, and this is a very important principle you want to kind of write down, and that's the truth will set you free. And so you've all been there before, right? Where it's like, let's say you've got small bedrooms, and the customer is like, yeah, these bedrooms are super small, and you're like, no, they're not small at all. Like, it's kind of weird, right? Like, they're obviously small, like they're small bedrooms. And so if you agree that they're small, then why would you, out of your integrity, lie to them and say, I don't think they're small? Like, that's weird, right? Like, it's a weird thing. And so I never really liked that concept of kind of disagreeing with the client, because as soon as you disagree with them, you get out of rapport. And write this down. Rapport is being on the same page with them, but when rapport is lost, all is lost. You can no longer be persuasive to a buyer if you are out of rapport with them. So if you are disagreeing with them, you are out of rapport with them, which means at this point forward, you cannot sell them anything. You cannot persuade them or convince them to do anything until you get back in rapport. Oh my gosh. So check that out, right? So what you want to do instead is you want to get back in rapport with them, and you want to agree with them. And then agree number 2, it's smart to look for the best deal for your money. Lead, I'm going to start shifting their perspective. If you care about price per square foot, you should also look at the adjusted price per square foot, and that factors in upgrades, location, and design. Resolution, let me show why people happily pay more here, and we'll compare what you actually get for your money. Okay, so you see what I'm doing here? So I'm not arguing with them. I'm not going, I'm not saying, oh, well, because what normally happens? Normally we argue with them. And so the customer, they're like, they're selling the house at a blank price per square foot. And you're like, yeah, but what they're not doing is they're not including granite countertops. What they're not doing is they got a crappy backyard. And what they're not doing is they use vinyl siding. And what they're not, that's what a sales amateur does. A sales amateur is going to argue with the customer. But as soon as you argue with them, it makes them feel bad. And whenever a customer feels small, they buy small. Write that down. Whenever a customer feels small, they buy small. Whenever they feel big, they buy big. So if you agree with them, they feel big. And if they feel big, they'll buy big. So I never want to disagree with them. Instead, I want to agree, lead, shift their perspective, get them to see things differently, reframe it, and then get them to resolve what they want to do, knowing that there's no such thing as unicorns. Okay, so that's like the secret of the whole thing. So let's say your homes are too close together. What you would say is, that's absolutely. The homes are pretty close together. So I'm going to agree with them. Yeah, the homes are pretty close together. And then I'm going to agree again. I'm going to be specific. Technically, the homes are 3 feet closer together than the other builder that you're considering. See what I did there? Okay, so the more specific, the more you have control. So let me say it again. That would be the script for homes are too close together. So first agree, yes, the homes are close together. Okay, you're not disagreeing, like, yeah, I agree, they're close together. And then the next agree is specifically, they're 3 feet closer together than the other builder you're considering. Okay, so now I agree again. Okay, now I'm going to lead. And what's my lead there? My lead is I'm going to shift perspective, and I'm going to give them the reason why. And I'm going to say, well, the reason we decided to build our homes 3 feet closer together is it allowed us to save money on the home site cost and put more money in the upgrades in the house, specifically in the upgraded kitchen. And you said that you really liked our upgraded kitchen for the following reasons. So I'm curious, would you rather have the upgraded kitchen and sacrifice 3 feet? Or would you rather have to pay an extra $15,000 to get this upgraded kitchen package, which is what the other builder is going to charge you? Oh, well, I don't want to pay an extra 15 grand to get this upgraded kitchen package. Perfect. So then so you're excited then about about being 3 feet closer so that you don't have to pay the extra 15 grand for the upgraded kitchen package. You guys see what I did there? So again, like the thing that you guys got to realize, right, is there's no such thing as a unicorn. There's no such thing as a unicorn. And so we've got to help the customer understand that, okay? So let's say the customer said the bedrooms are too small. Then you're gonna say, like, specifically about the kids' bedrooms. That's usually what they say, right? So I'm gonna say, yeah, the bedrooms are definitely smaller, definitely on the small side. And I'm gonna agree again. You know, specifically, the bedrooms are smaller than older homes that were built several years ago. And they're gonna go, yeah, I agree. They are smaller than older homes built several years ago. Okay, now I'm gonna lead. The reason why we decided to take 5 feet, 6 feet, 8 feet from the secondary bedrooms is because we realized that kids today, they don't care as much about the size of the room. What they care about is that the room is theirs. And by taking a few feet out of their room, it allows us to give them their own room, and it allows us to give you that bigger master suite and that bigger closet that you fell in love with. Resolve. So, would you rather, what a great question, guys. So would you rather is a phenomenal line you can use. If you're not saying would you rather, start saying would you rather. One of my clients, Jones in Florida, we literally had an entire class one time on would you rathers. Like it was just would you rather the whole time. So you would say, would you rather give your kids a few more square feet in their bedroom, or would you rather have the master suite and the more closet space for yourself? And then you could say, or I have a bigger floor plan that I can offer you, but that bigger floor plan is gonna be about $10,000 more than I think you said you wanted to spend. And then what they're gonna say, here's the cool part, guys, whenever you do the resolution framework, is that they're gonna say this, okay? So please pay attention to this. They're gonna say, well, I don't wanna spend $10,000 more. And when they say, I don't want to spend $10,000 more, then you need to say this exact magic phrase next. Say yes if you want to know the magic phrase. You ready to know the magic phrase? Okay, so Maureen wants to know. So the magic phrase you want to say next is, well then congratulations, it sounds like that you're moving forward with this floor plan. The magic phrase, so when they say no to something else, what are they saying, guys? They're saying blank to what? If they say no to something else, they're saying yes to what I'm offering them. Oh, so let's say you give them a double bind on lots. Or, so let's say they don't like the small backyard. And I can go, oh, well, I can definitely upgrade your backyard and get you the space you're looking for. It's gonna be a $40,000 upgrade. But in doing that, you're gonna have to raise your budget by 40 grand, or we're gonna have to take $40,000 in upgrades out of your house, which would be the upgraded shower, the upgraded kitchen, the upgraded flooring. So would you like to take 40 grand out of your house, raise your budget by 40 grand? Which of those two would be preferable for you? Well, I don't wanna do either one of those. So then what's your magic phrase back, guys? Your magic phrase back is, congratulations, it sounds like you're moving forward with this house. I'm telling you, that right there, my friends, that'll sell you easily an extra house a month. Whatever they say no to out there, you immediately reframe it and go, well then congratulations, it sounds like you're moving forward with this. What? Yeah, because you said no to the alternative. There's nothing left but this. You either sell something to someone because you're moving them towards something that only you offer, or you sell something by getting them to say no to the other alternatives. Okay, there's two ways to move people forward. It's either moving them towards something that you're one of a kind, or getting them to say no to something else that's out there. Two ways, okay, 2 ways. Competition's offering better mortgage rates, all right? So how do we do that one? So again, same thing. You would say, yeah, man, they really are. They really are offering a better rate than we are. Agree. Don't lie, just agree. The most persuasive thing you could ever do is tell the truth. Okay, it says in the good book, it was said there for a reason. The truth will set you free. It will set them free. It'll set everyone free. Honesty is the best policy. It worked in kindergarten. It still works today. So yeah, man, they really are. They really are offering a better rate over there. That's agree number 1. Agree number 2 is specifically how much better is it? Okay, you would say, yeah, specifically, They're about a half a point. They're about a half a point, or let's say they're a point even, right? Let's say they're a point even, okay? Well, if they're a point, then what I would say is, and let's say you're selling a $500,000 house. Well, for every point, it's $50,000 per. Sorry, it's $50 per 100,000. So at a $500,000 house divided by 100,000, check out this math, guys. That's 5. 5 times 50 is 250. What? Okay, so what I would do in that situation is I would know that payment math pretty well. Let's say they're a point different. Then I would say this even more. I would say, yeah, they're a point. Man, their interest rate is a point better than ours. And specifically, do you know what a point is? A point is $250 a month in a $500,000 payment. So the fact that they're a 5 and we're a 6 or whatever it is, yeah, it's $250 a month is the payment gap on saving a point. Did you know that? They're like, I didn't know that. So let me tell you this. Let me share with you. The reason we decided to not do that is because we decided to give you blank. We decided to give you the kitchen, the upgraded kitchen that they don't have. We decided to give the extra square footage. We decided to have the community center. We decided to have the hike and bike trails. These are all things that we decided to put in our homes and our community instead of saving people $250 a month. So what we need to do today, Mr. Customer, is let's just figure out if you would rather pay $250 a month more to get the things that we are offering that other people get excited about that they're not offering over there. If you like the things that we are offering for an extra $250 a month, then you should buy from us. If you don't appreciate those things, then we didn't build this with you in mind, and you should 100% buy over there. I think we'll wrap this thing up in about 90 minutes. Congratulations, you're about to buy a house today, either from us or them. Let's move forward. Like, listen to the integrity of that. Like, the integrity of that is incredible. It's like, agree, their interest rates are lower. Agree, specifically it's 1% lower, which at a $500,000 house is $250 a month. Lead. The reason we did not do that is because our buyers have different priorities. They want a nicer finish out, such as blank, blank, blank. They want, more square footage. They want the amenity center. They want this, this, and this. And so because of that, that's why people have no problem paying $200 more a month for us. Now let's figure that out today. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go through and we're gonna show you why people are paying $250 more a month for us versus them over there. And then I'll ask you a simple question at the end. Are you one of us? Are you one of them? Either way, congratulations. You guys are about to make a decision to improve your life. This is pretty exciting. You guys are right there at the finish line. Today's the day. Either us or them. You're one step away, one decision away. This is exciting. The reason why, guys, I can close at a 1 in 3 rate when I'm selling houses is because I don't focus on selling them a house. I focus on resolution. Let me say it again. Let that sink in. So again, if you're on your TikToks right now, or you're on your tweets or whatever you're doing, turn your email off, listen to this again. If you want to have a 1 in 3 conversion rate, which means out of 3 customers that you talk to, you sell one of them. The secret to that whole thing is stop trying to shove a house down their throat and start liberating them. Start getting them to choose freedom, resolution, peace. Like, that's what they care about. And so when they come to me, I'm going to lead, protect, and serve them, and I'm going to lead them to the promised land of freedom. And it might be I'm not the one that actually benefits from the house sale, but I benefit because I can sleep at night knowing that I'm the one that actually sold them. So my number one goal in life, let me make this real clear. My number one goal in life, and this is the goal of a warrior. I want everyone to live by this new goal. And that's that I am in charge of selling every single customer I meet. You either sell them to buy from you sell them to wait, you sell them to go find more money somewhere and come back to you, you sell them on a used home is better, you sell them that your competitor's home is better, but you are in charge of selling everyone. You should never, ever, ever be surprised again. You should always be the one that takes them to the end. Even if the end means buying from someone else. That should always be your goal.